Today we're driving a 2001 Toyota Camry LE. I'm here with the owner, Sonny. You may remember him from the E36 BMW M3 videos, and we filmed some other stuff together. This is your daily driver. It has a 2.2 liter inline four-cylinder made into a 4-speed automatic transmission. How much horsepower?
141 horsepower and about the same torque. Peak horsepower is, or peak torque is around 3,000, somewhere in there. Peak horsepower is around 5.
Okay, cool. So it's a torquey little motor.
It is a torquey engine.
Yeah,
race
all right.
car engine.
Sweet. Let's walk you guys around this. We'll talk about it and we'll go for a drive.
Sounds
I've been
good.
looking forward to driving this for quite a while. We've been talking about it. It's super clean, only 109,000 miles. What's this color?
This is called something sage, and the interior color is also sage.
Okay.
Why Toyota called it that, I don't really know. And like, only one time ever have I looked at this car and saw the green in it.
Sage on sage.
But yeah, it's not gray, it's not silver,
Yeah.
not pewter, whatever else you might think it might be.
Cool. It's got a little bit of an exhaust leak. That gives it more character. We can hear that 2.2 liter scream away today. What's it like going from an M3 to a car that most people probably don't even notice on the road?
It's really nice. I don't have to think about this car. That's been the biggest benefit, is I don't have to think about it. I daily drove my E36 M3 for like 3.5 years. And even like after a couple of years, I kind of knew I wanted a daily driver, but it just got to the point where I was constantly worried about it. Like every time I started, I was like, all right, please don't, nothing break. And yeah, cops never see you in this car.
That's the best thing, is when you're an enthusiast and you have a sports car or something fun or something flashy as a daily, and then you get into like an NPC car,
Yeah.
It's the best thing ever because you just feel like you're invisible. It's amazing.
What's funny too is at car meets, people tend to appreciate this car just because of how nice it is.
Yeah, no, it is nice. 205 65 R15s back when Toyota had sidewall on their Camrys.
Yeah.
Now we're rocking 19s and who knows what on the TRD.
Something else too I'll show you, but this car has so much suspension travel, you can actually watch the front tires like deflect.
Oh, wow.
Back and forth.
We have rear drum brakes. How do you pop the trunk? Is there a thing?
So that is the one pet peeve I have in this car. You have to use the key,
Okay.
or
Oh yeah, there's a little lever. All right, that's pretty typical.
yeah, so if you forget and the car's on, you have to.
Wonderful. You're in college.
Yeah,
all
my
the
stuff.
college
I got
things.
tools in there right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
a bunch of other stuff.
Great. Wow, look at that. I mean, you know, very typical 2000s, 90s trunk size. It's
Yeah.
massive. Cars were so much smaller back in the day. I mean, next to a new Camry, this thing is so tiny. This is like Corolla size, probably.
Yeah, this is like the size of a new Corolla.
Yeah.
About.
Back seat. You gotta love some good cloth seats.
And a cup holders back here, right
Oh,
beside
yeah.
there.
All right. Oh yeah, that's fancy.
I know, I was pretty surprised.
That's pretty cool, yeah. Armrest.
The seats do fold down too, which is very nice.
That's good. All the 90s and 2000s Toyota plastics just holding up forever.
exactly.
Indestructible. How'd you get this car? Where'd you find it?
Okay, so there's a bit of a story. The original owner bought it in 2001. He owned it for like 20 years. He passed away when he was 86 years old. And then a mechanic bought it. He was gonna buy it for his wife, and then she had some health issues, wasn't able to drive anymore. My mom bought it for my sister. My sister's asked questions like, why doesn't it have a back camera? Why doesn't it? So I have to pop this car.
Wow. Look at that oil filter location.
I know, it's so annoying because it always spills down the side of the block.
Oh yeah, you just throw like a paper plastic
enough,
bag
yeah.
or a funnel
Whatever.
or something, yeah.
I got the Toyota oil filter on there.
Now that's an engine. It looks like an engine. Everything's easy to work on,
Oh,
accessible. Ah,
Yeah. Everything's cheap too.
everything's, yeah, you can just go to the parts store and pick it up for
Yep.
like $4.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rock Auto, AutoZone.
Yep. Amazing. Cool, well, let's go for a drive. It all looks pretty clean too. No rust or anything.
No, not at all. We got a Crown.
That's right, you took it to Crown. Got it
Stay that
rust-proofed. Yep.
I did ceramic coat it too.
All right.
I'll polish it next summer probably. But
Yeah, you got a good detailing business. You did a great job with the Type R,
yeah.
and I assume this will be nice and shiny next spring.
Can't tell in this lighting, but when the sunlight hits it, it is like swirl nation across the whole.
Yeah, okay. We'll just keep taking it through auto washes
Exactly.
until then. That's the best part of it.
Right? Gotta extend things on top of it. It's whatever.
Have you replaced anything on this? Has it needed anything in your ownership?
No, I did change all the Well, okay. The mechanic that owned it, he did a full tune-up. So he did the timing belt, water pump, thermostat, and like spark plugs, wires. So I didn't have to do any of that.
That's good.
When I bought it, I've done a couple oil changes now, and I've been using the Liqui Moly Gen.
Okay.
And I put Redline D4 ATF in the transmission and the diff. Which for those people, that's also very nice.
Lots of steering wheel adjustment. Does it telescope too, or just
no, just up and down.
Okay, still it's a good position.
Right. For those of you who maybe own one of these and are wondering, the 4 cylinders on these have a separate reservoir for the diff and the trans. That is a question you can never find the answer to on the internet.
Okay, all right.
But you put ATF in both of them.
You heard it here. Good.
I did. It's running. It didn't blow up, so we're good.
I will say, so you said earlier, this is supposed to be for your sunglasses.
Yeah, and what's cool here too, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you get a cigarette lighter.
Oh yeah.
Ashtray.
Good.
And because it was kind of in that era where they were going away from smoking,
Ooh.
you get that too. So if you want to
Little
smoke,
plug too.
you can smoke and charge your phone.
Okay. And before the iPhone was invented, fits it perfectly.
Exactly.
How did they know?
How did they know?
Time travelers.
Yeah.
You got your clock, your tach, your speedo, your fuel gauge, your coolant temperature gauge, park, reverse, neutral, drive, 2 second gear, and L.
First gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know why it's L. It's just first gear. They could have just put a 1 there.
Yeah, that's right. L for low.
Low.
I love it. It's so refreshing getting into a car from this era. Cruise control stock, they haven't changed that in 20 years. Turn signals, yeah, it feels like my old 4Runner. They used a lot of the switchgear for ages. It's great.
I love these.
AC
the
works.
mechanical, like, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, nice and toasty.
Not to give you copyright, I'll turn the volume down, but this all works really nicely. I love that it has a cassette deck and a CD player.
Yeah, I see you got your CDs right here.
Yeah, I've been learning how to burn CDs.
Oh, all right.
So that's what I've been doing.
Man.
I like the way the stock head unit looks.
Yeah, no, it's great. You can use all these buttons with big mittens or gloves on.
Exactly,
Yeah.
100%.
That's what it's all about. Nice and squishy, comfy.
Squishy's the right way to describe
Squishy's
the car.
the right way.
Then this is an LE, which I won't bore everybody with all of the trims, but
No, give us all the nerdy details.
there's 3 trims for this car. There's the CE, which is the base model, the LE, which is what most of them were, and the XLE, which is like the primo trim.
Okay.
The CE, I'm convinced, was only there so that they could advertise a really low MSRP for this car.
Oh, sure.
That thing didn't even come standard with AC
Okay.
or power windows.
Wow.
So that thing is nothing. The LE was like,
Roll up windows.
yeah, exactly. The LE was like basically this is kind of like what you're gonna get sort of thing. So it came standard with radio, AC, power windows, that sort of thing. And then you get a V6 in the LE or a V6 in the XLE.
That gear spacing is
Yes.
enormous with the
I
4-speed auto.
I actually love it. It's like, it has a lot of character.
It does, yeah.
This is a facelift model being a 2001, so the front end's a little different, and then the rear taillights are a little different.
Okay.
This is a May of 2001 production date, so it's one of the last ones.
It feels great. No vibrations, straight and true.
I know.
Very little wind noise.
It's a Toyota.
Quieter than all the new Hondas on sale.
It's quieter than my roommate's GTI, which I was surprised by.
Yeah. Cruise control. Just drive for another 100,000 miles non-stop.
Exactly.
What kind of gas mileage are you getting?
So, advertised, I want to say it was like lower mid-20s and 28. I've been getting regularly like low 30s on the freeway if I go like 65, 70.
That's great.
If you go like 80 to 90, it'll be about 28.
Okay.
City, it kind of chugs fuel. Around campus, I usually get like 22.
Okay.
But that's like stop and go.
That's pretty typical for anything in the city, honestly.
Exactly. What's funny is the manual V6 actually gets the same gas mileage on the freeway as the automatic 4-cylinder does.
Oh, really? Okay.
Right? It's soft.
Nice and soft, nice and floaty.
Yeah, and one thing too, if you try to performance drive this car, that drives me nuts is the transmission, because of how like floaty this car is, you kind of need to use the engine power. Yeah, like what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
You need to use the engine power to pull yourself out of the corner.
Uh-huh.
There it was okay, but But if you start to reach the top of the gear, you get into a space you're like, okay, I needed to not shift.
It actually handles decently well.
Yeah, it does.
It's just light. It's old. It's light.
It's light. This weighs less than my M3.
It's on modern tires.
Yeah, this thing weighs like 3,000 pounds, about.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I love this thing.
Yeah, kind of, you know, going off of like, yeah, same size, weight as like a new Corolla, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
140 horsepower is like enough.
Yep.
Although this is probably the slowest car I will ever daily drive.
Sure.
0 to 60 is 11.5 seconds.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
But at least you're getting over 30 miles to the gallon.
That is the nice thing. And it takes 87. That's
yeah.
the best part.
Traction control? No traction control, alright, yeah.
I don't think so. If it does have it, it's never kicked in, ever.
It is torquey. It's great.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I just love how simple it is.
Yeah, me too. It has everything you need,
yeah.
nothing more. It's a car that drives.
It's kind of fun to drive old stuff now.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you get like feedback.
Yeah, you do.
Steering wheel, the pedals a little bit.
Good visibility everywhere.
Oh yeah.
These tires are decent. I mean, it's got enough power.
Yeah.
I do slightly argue there are no slow cars, just slow drivers in this world.
Exactly. This car will put that to the test.
That's right. Oh, I love that float. That secondary motion.
I don't even have, when I go over train tracks, I don't even slow down in this car.
Sure.
That's the biggest flex.
It's like a Raptor. You just kind of send it everywhere.
Yeah, you just send it everywhere.
Yep.
It's great.
Great for Michigan potholes.
Exactly. Yeah, the tires have so much deflection and the suspension's so soft and like everything just, it dampens it nicely.
Mm-hmm.
It's a perfect daily driver.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's cheap. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, what'd you
It's
get this for?
About $5,000.
Okay, is that about what they're all worth these days?
So that's the funny thing. Most cars that are this old are not that expensive, but because it's a Toyota and everybody knows how good these are.
There's Toyota tax.
Yeah, no, this car is heavily Toyota taxed, but for $5,000, like I'd buy it again.
Any gotchas with these? Any reliability woes?
No, actually. The only thing is and I think this is very, very like niche part of like community, I guess, weird thing, but if you put on aftermarket suspension, you put sticker tires on them, they will oil starve if you turn right really hard.
Oh, okay. All right. Same with BRZ and GR86. So, you know, some things haven't changed.
I would think that that's probably not possible the way it's set up now.
Mm-hmm.
Because Toyota never really, they never designed this car for people to like performance drive.
Yeah, it's not a track car, not a race car.
Yeah, exactly. This is not a race car. Yeah, as far as I know of, no. I think I haven't seen anything online. The ones after these are still reliable, but they have a couple more, like, they introduced variable valve timing and they became a little more complicated. But
okay.
Even still, it's like all relative to a Toyota product. Like it's...
Sure.
Yeah, no, this is the million-mile Camry. These are the ones that went forever on nothing.
That's awesome. That's great. Oil changes.
Yeah.
Maintenance.
Yeah, fluid changes, all the maintenance. Brakes. I bought brakes for this car because I thought I was going to do brakes to it because they were squealing, and then I looked at them, and like the pads are still over half their life left, and the rear drums are like still 70-80%, and I'm like, wow, I'm just going to...
just hold on to them, yeah.
Yeah.
Late brake into every corner.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing now. I'm like, all right, well, I'm ready to do brakes anyway.
It's so tight. There's no rattles. There's no knocks from the suspension. Everything just feels really well sorted.
Yeah, and I mean, most of it, too, I've hopped under this car. And most of it's original.
Mm-hmm.
The rear shocks, I know, are original, because those are... You may or may not have felt it, but if you come to a stop and you kind of hard brake, you'll feel the rear end kind of like bounce into it.
Oh, okay. All right.
But small thing.
These things happen. It's pretty good though. 109,000 miles.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this car's over 20 years old.
Yeah.
This is like the only 20-year-old car that I would really trust to be a daily driver, honestly.
Is this car older than you are?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the newest car I've owned was a 2002, and that was my EP3 Civic. So
okay.
I've never owned a car that was younger than me.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Born of the wrong generation.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for this car. A lot of people, they'll ask me, like, I should go to daily driver, what should I get? I'm like, Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
Need a bigger Toyota Camry.
Yep.
Like, oh, that's boring. And I'm like, well, have you driven one?
They're great. They're so good. Yeah, and you're actually going to be going to a Toyota Camry event for me in about a month. And, ooh, there's the Type R. We've intruded upon his walk around.
Ooh. Setting up the photo.
It's in there. Just trying to get the hood open. Does he want help?
Maybe.
Moccasin driver.
Oh, no, you have to use the button to unlock it. For that.
Or that.
How do you
It doesn't
open
have the
hood?
auto.
Just in the nick of time. I don't know how, I just do it. Let's see, it's in here. It's right, let's see, where is the hood? It's right here, it's on the left side. Like a Porsche.
Okay.
Yeah, left side like a Porsche. So, yeah, if you want to get it for your video, it's easier to
cool.
do actually with your left hand.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it?
Save the day. Go check out Daniel's walk around on the Type R. Yeah, no reverse camera. Back when people had to look out their mirrors.
Yeah,
What is
unfortunately,
this?
the rear overhang in this car is deceiving, and there's a little divot in the rear bumper where I had a little love tap on the pole.
That's the Camry dent.
It is the Camry dent.
Yeah, I mean
Mine's right
that
in the
is
center.
actually a thing.
Yeah.
Because it's probably a design flaw because they all
It
have
is.
them, and it got worse as time went on, and the newer models had bigger blind spots and overhangs.
Yeah, the backup cameras I'm sure help that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna, at some point, I'll pull the rear bumper off and I'll use heat and I'll kind of push it back out.
So left-hand turns, no oil starvation.
No oil starvation on left-hand turns. If you want, you can put it into L. There you go. It will not shift for you. Yeah, you gotta put it into 2.
I love it. Well, this is a lovely daily driver, well bought and well driven, and I'm happy for you. I
Yeah.
hope you get your M3 back on the road soon.
Yeah.
But until then, this isn't terrible.
No,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
I've been really looking forward to driving this for quite a while. We set up a couple dates. They didn't work out. I had travel, things going on, but I'm glad we finally got a chance to get into this.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
And you're going to get to drive the new 2025 Camry before I do at a Toyota event here in about a month or so. Test out the all-wheel drive cars. Who knows if we'll have snow with the way winter is
Hopefully,
going. It's like 50
right.
degrees today.
Yeah, it is. It's been warm.
That's strange. Very strange. Let's go drive a little bit more, and then we'll wrap up the video. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. This was kind of a cool treat. It's just fun driving cars from this era again, because this was kind of that peak time for Toyota reliability, mechanical simplicity. It was before all the tech started invading cars and things got too complicated. And that's part of the reason why this is the million-mile Camry, is that it's just so simple. It's easy to work on, cheap to maintain. It's kind of that perfect formula. And I think what really helped solidify Toyota's reputation of reliability in the mid-2000s, early 90s, I mean, this is it. So you used to see a ton of these on the road. You don't see as many anymore out here in Michigan due to rust,
Yeah.
but everywhere else in the country.
I will say, this is the most common 20-year-old car, I think. I
Yeah.
still see at least one of these every day.
Sure.
Which I cannot say about any other 20-year-old car. Since I've owned this car and made that observation, I've been looking.
That's right. Yeah, you're
'cause
tuned in.
I'm trying to not be biased. But I legitimately do not see any other 20-year-old car every day, but I always see one of these, and it's hilarious. I mean, the newest one is this 2001. That's 22 years old now.
Yeah. Man.
Can't say the same thing about E46 BMW.
No, you can't. They're all tucked away.
Yeah. In junkyards or in garages.
Yeah. No, I mean, and this isn't like an exceptionally well cared for example. I'm sure it's like above average, but
Yeah, above average.
you know, it only has 100,000 miles on it, which is, I feel like, pretty low for the age.
Yeah.
But also, like, it goes to show that if you do take reasonable care of something, it'll last a long time. And then if it's a Toyota, it'll feel like it did when it was brand new, pretty much.
Exactly. I drove a, shameless plug here, I drove a manual V6 one of these that had 210,000 miles.
Yeah.
It's funny, the owner reached out to me on Instagram because apparently his dad had also bought that thing new in 2001. It's like, oh, you should come check this one out.
That's cool. I would like to drive a manual V6 one someday. I didn't know they had a manual back in the day.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that one
That's great.
also had original shocks at 200,000+ miles.
Wow.
And it rode a little worse, but pretty much about the same.
How was the power from the V6? Was that over 200 horsepower back in the day?
Yeah, I want to say it was like 210.
Gosh, yeah. I feel like the V6 Camry was always overpowered until the latest generation came out.
Yeah.
Like even the older ones, like you'd get into that and it was a soft, floppy chassis and like 270 horsepower with just, that would just light up the front tires at a moment's notice.
Yeah, that one, it has a lot of torque steer, but I think they were trying to go after like the power-wise, like the 3 Series, sort of.
Oh yeah, for sure. Cool. Well, thanks again. Nice car you got here.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoyed driving it. Any final thoughts? Any last words? Any more like nerdy things to talk about?
We're gonna go outside and I'm gonna do my suspension test for you.
Okay.
And you're gonna laugh. So first in the rear, I don't know if you want to stand like there so you can watch.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, so there's that, and then even the better one.
Oh yeah.
Look at the front
See the
tire.
sidewall flex. What's your tire pressures?
Honestly, I don't know.
We'll check them when we get back to the house. Yeah.
I filled them up initially when I bought it to like 32.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we might get some more cornering capability, fuel economy out of another 32 psi refresh.
Yeah, it probably is a little low now.
Yeah.
Got a little colder.
Original bumpers and everything, no accidents. Looks like it had new turn signals at some point, but
original headlights.
You can tell because of the all the marks and the little divots, and that's great. It means it's all original.
It is all original.
Yeah.
No, this car is like untampered with. I mean, some old dude drove it. Yeah, it's I love it. The new headlights for this car, I was so surprised. It's like $40 for a new pair, like TYC headlights. Because like, oh, we're storming. And I look at the new ones, I'm like, Jesus, I'll just buy them.
Are these plastic or glass? Okay.
Yeah, they're a little yellowing. I think the previous owner, the mechanic that bought it, I think he did sand them down and then he just didn't coat them with anything because they've yellowed considerably more.
You could polish that out.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Second, yeah. I'm gonna have you do that in the S2000 someday, maybe.
Yeah, whenever you're ready to make it nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually a lot of the plastics on these tend to fade really badly, especially the front grille. So this one, I don't know. It was just a survivor. I'm guessing it was garage kept.
Sure. No, definitely. Replacement door handle.
Yeah, that's also another. Oh, I guess if you want to say a gotcha on these, the door handles always break.
Yeah. Same thing happened on my dad's FJ.
Yeah.
For some reason, yeah.
It just happened. It's like the old car, like this handle.
Yep.
Well, these are like $6 a piece in Rock Auto.
Does this have power locks, all 4 corners? Do those work well? Yeah. Okay.
Power locks. The passenger ones sometimes get stuck for some reason. I don't know why. But
no remote.
No, this one did not have it. It was an option though.
Okay.
And I'm looking into getting one because I'm sure it's cheap.
It is kind of nice though, just
using
a
key.
Like
the key.
Yeah.
I mainly want it for the, I guess I'd say the trunk, but no, it wouldn't even work for the trunk. Yeah, that's the only thing that like my BMW I like a lot. I like a lot more about the BMW is the button on the trunk.
It's amazing how similar these taillights look to like the Hondas of the era.
They're the same car.
Yeah.
If you look at them, the front end, they're so similar. The only like noticeable difference, and I honestly use this when I'm next to one, the door handles on the Hondas, instead of being like rectangular, it's like that weird, like your S2000 shape.
Yeah.
Other than that though, they're the same car.
Yeah.
They look the same.
It's kind of funny how the new Camry looks so much like the old Accord.
Exactly.
With some of the design elements.
No, I don't
the
know
crab claws.
Yeah, they're just constantly hiring each other's people.
I know. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of benchmarking going on.
Yeah. This is
original hubcaps?
Yep.
Okay.
So this was actually specific. I think these came on He might have come in 2000, but I think it was predominantly for 2001.
Okay.
Yeah, this is on Steely's. It is 5-lug. Thank God.
Yeah.
It was 4-lug when I bought it.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's good. Actually find some wheels.
I had to do, I think, it was, I want to say it was the rear wheel on the other side, but I had to replace all 5 studs on it because they were just like...
Oh yeah, that happens.
Someone marred them up, but we got
Sure.
new lug nuts on them. And
Good.
yeah, it's just an honest car.
It is car.
It is car.
It's the most car we've ever we've ever reviewed on the channel.
There you go. All just exhaust glory. Oh,
Yeah,
the other
a
thing
little stinky.
about this car too is it only has one interior light.
Oh yeah.
That's it. I'm kind of in love with this car. I'm also in love with the idea of it because what this car means for me is that when I'm out of college, I get like years of no car payment.
That's right. No, it's true. You can just put all your money into your M3.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be my car payment.
You should put some money into a Roth IRA too, or something.
Yeah, actually, you know, it's funny. I looked the other day. Blue Cross has been putting money in a 401k for me.
Hey, good. There you
Yeah.
go. Invest in your future, not in your BMW.
Words to live by.
Words to live by.
Invest in your future, not your BMW. That car, I'm really, really hoping that after this head job, knock on cheap plastic, that I can get 3 years out of it just being reliable. I can drive as much as I want, however I want. If I can get 3 years out of it, it was worth it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a good car.
Yeah.
It'll be
I
nice
do
to
love
see it
that
live
thing.
on. But yeah, just don't let it financially ruin you.
Yeah. Now that I have this, it's a lot easier to.
That's
kinda,
right. This balances out the scales.
Yeah. Most people have a more expensive daily driver. I just have a really cheap daily and a expensive weekend.
It's like having a Ram TRX and a Nissan Leaf.
Yeah.
They
exactly.
balance out the scales, yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Go check out Sonny's channel, M-T3CH. M-Tech. Lots of cool BMW videos. You need to film more on this car.
Yeah, I actually have a couple videos planned
Yeah.
for it. I just need to get the time to do it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's good. See you guys later.